I don't understand why. I know why. You from Elgin. You graduated from Evanston. So that's why you don't know. You've been a clown. From one non-goofy to a goofy, the $21 hair tax ain't gonna work in this city.
A black man with a black wife and 3 black kids and LGBT. You got 2 black ladies over there, black man, who just told you got a black man right here, who just told you their properties are being taken. Black people properties are being taken by your guy, Obama. What you really about as a black man? Come over there and defend me. Stand up for the fact that you know that the city and the county is trying to illegally take my property and other black people's property.
You over here defending these illegal aliens like they're your children. And they probably are, because if you are a Haitian mayor, then we need to check your immigrant status for deportation.
He is not governing to all Chicagoans. He is governing more to the benefit of a subset of constituents, and he's doing so in a very ideologically driven way.
At this point, I think Chicago is done pretending. They are getting tired of Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Because you're not really about that life, black man. See, it ain't about that. See, you a communist, you foreigners, and you a foreigner. And see, you communists and socialists think that we're going to allow you to come in Chicago.
You see Brandon Johnson out here trying to push this $16.7 billion budget like it's a buy one, get one free. And the whole city is saying we need more time. People are absolutely destroying him in City Hall. Alders are telling him to slow down. In all these situations, he looks like a substitute teacher who just lost a class in the first 5 minutes. So we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that's going on with him trying to push his budget and what the people have to say about him in that last city council meeting. Let's get into it.
Some key Chicago City Council members are urging Mayor Brandon Johnson to slow down on his $16.7 billion budget proposal that raises a host of taxes. Political reporter Paris Schutz is in studio with me this morning, and he explains.
Yeah, Natalie, by all accounts, the mayor's pulling out all the stops to secure the 26 votes needed for his budget, and he wants to secure them fast. Now, this is the mayor is additionally floating $1.3 billion in borrowing for infrastructure spending. A lot of that would go to alders to use for their desired projects in their wards. One alderman, David Moore, says the mayor is going to use TIF funding for a long sought after Park District field house in his ward. So an example of the wheeling and the dealing to possibly secure those budget votes. But a key alderperson, Pat Dowell, who is Mayor Johnson's selection to lead the Finance Committee, she is saying slow down. The city has until the end of the year to approve a budget, so why fast track it?
Good question. It seems like there's obviously something happening where I think Brandon Johnson is not being completely transparent and why he's trying to fast track this budget like it's some sort of DoorDash order. He needs those 26 votes. He might get 26 people walking out. Even the person he picked, this alderwoman, Pat Dowell, is saying, slow down, my boy. Like, what's going on? When your own team hits the brakes on you, that's the political version of your barber saying, are you sure you want that kind of haircut? What is going on? Why is he ignoring other alder people that are saying you're not even following all the recommendations to save as much money as possible with the budget? He wants to push this. He already has an idea. He doesn't care about anybody else and their thoughts. It just shows the kind of person Brandon Johnson is.
Sources tell me they believe the mayor is angling for a vote next week, perhaps as early as Monday. Dowell is opposed to the employee head tax, which would charge companies with more than 100 employees $21 per employee per month. There are other controversial taxes, including a cloud computing tax and a first-of-its-kind social media tax. Now, Second Ward Alderman Brian Hopkins is questioning the timing, as folks will be hearing about these higher taxes just as their second installment Cook County property tax bills arrive in the mail.
He wants all these taxes, the corporate head tax, cloud tax, social media tax. This guy wants everybody's money. And usually if you want a lot of businesses to go to Chicago or stay in Chicago, what you're telling them is that you're going to have to spend a whole lot more money compared to going somewhere else. And considering that we do live in a very big country, would it make sense for respective businesses to go to Chicago knowing they have to pay all these taxes to fund whatever the hell Brandon Johnson is doing, as if the government is actually really, really efficient with the money they're getting already.
But that's going to create the kind of atmosphere that will make it difficult for this mayor to pass a budget that doesn't include any cuts and efficiencies. People will open their tax bill and they'll get angry and they'll call their elected official and they'll say, what's going on here? Why did my bills go up? They don't want to hear that elected official say, well, you know, we're going to tax you even more this year, but don't worry about it. That's a very hard sell in an anti-tax environment like we're faced with right now.
So right now, hearings are underway at City Council as they have been all week. And again, the mayor possibly angling for a vote on this next week. These other older people, Natalie, saying, whoa, let's slow down. Let's look at more cuts. Let's look at more efficiencies. And let's think twice about that proposed employee head tax.
So that's the problem with politicians in general. They are able to take over and control billions of dollars in resources. And as Brandon Johnson, I think he was a former teacher, the man has never created money. He just works. He gets a job like many people. They get a job and they work and they get paid a salary. And you don't know how businesses work. You don't know how to create money. You don't know how to scale back money in terms of cuts. Those things are foreign to him. He believes that, well, really successful businesses have billions of dollars, take some of the money. It doesn't really work that way. And then on top of that, if you are in a deficit, and the fact that this budget doesn't have cuts, it shows the kind of financial wizard Brandon Johnson is. Obviously, he isn't. He believes that, well, if I need more money, I'll just keep taxing people. Tax, tax, tax. That's how you get money. Just keep taxing people. Even though people in Illinois complain about how high their property taxes are. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to need the money from somewhere. It's not going to just be the millionaires and billionaires. It's going to be everybody.
This budget, which has already generated pushback from alders, now enters a new phase of scrutiny. Some city council members say a consultant's report deserves a good hard look that should delay a vote on the budget that is set for next week. Mayor Brandon Johnson refusing to do any budget backpedaling despite a report from the professional services firm EY, formerly Ernst & Young, that suggests the city could find millions more in efficiencies in next year's budget.
We put forth this investment that some had some trepidation around, which, sure, I mean, I get that. But we've already demonstrated that we're willing to implement the very ideas that came from this report.
But the president of the Civic Federation says the mayor is missing out on many more opportunities for savings by not implementing more of the ideas contained in the 101-page report.
So he received the report. Did he read the report? I mean, I feel like he is just gaslighting Chicago by saying, we've done what we could. Did you?
He is not governing to all Chicagoans. He is governing more to the benefit of a subset of constituents. And he's doing so in a very ideologically driven way.
I think there are concrete results or recommendations from the EY report. Concrete recommendations that we as the council can say, we want these implemented, you need to implement them, stop ignoring them, and help reduce the cost on taxpayers in your budget.
Today, a representative from EY appearing before the Budget Committee to discuss the report and answer questions.
EY's work was in no way an audit or a forensic analysis of the city's budget or finances.
The mayor, meanwhile, continuing to defend his corporate head tax proposal.
Well, look, we still believe that the best way to balance our budget is challenging larger corporations to pay their fair share. As I've said from the very beginning, my values I protect.
The mayor's budget director dismissing critics and defending the city's proposed savings and efficiencies.
There's a difference between someone looking at a report or making estimations on their own about what a savings is and us actually doing the work.
Alderman Gilbert Villegas today pushing the idea of a city delivery fee that would help balance the budget, but the mayor said that would not be possible without first getting help from Springfield.
So quickly right there from the budget director and Brandon Johnson, remember, very, very unpopular Brandon Johnson trying to say, listen, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. We have everything under control, even though we see what the Civic Federation dude was saying, that he's not governing for everybody. He's really supporting the people who agree with him, the ideological mindset that he views how this is going to work and most likely is not going to work. I think when Chicago is asking, where's the money? Brandon just saying, well, here's a tax for that. What's What Brandon Johnson is probably doing is rewarding the people who are supporting him, or that he had to pay up something to some powerful people, and he had to make sure the money is going in those directions. And this is why when it comes to these council meetings, he gets absolutely destroyed.
Now I have, well, first of all, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Zoe Lee. I'm the founder of Chicago Flips Red. You already know I personally have an issue with you, but I want to discuss why the $21 head tax is terrible. Since you've let me grow my organization, Chicago Flips Red, because you will not tell that lady next to you to settle my family's case, I have a conservative movement. And because you guys keep paying for like protests and abusing our police and all those things, I've decided to use the Trump Tower to bring conservative mindsets into the state of Illinois, Chicago, to help bring revenue here. Because as you see, the Magnificent Mile is sad. It needs a miracle, like President Trump was trying to say. I bring 50 to 200 people into Trump Tower because I have no place to go to bring them to. So I'm bringing people here, tabs $2,900, $3,600, and they are scared to hire more people because of the $21 head tax. We need revenue. We're on $1.2 billion deficit. We're the third largest city in the country. There's no better summertime than summertime shy. So a boat yacht tax is crazy when half the people don't know how to swim. And we losing heroes, Chicago young heroes from Lake Michigan. There's plenty of ways to bring in money. Chicago is culture. I don't understand why. Oh, I know why. You're from Elgin. You graduated from Evanston. So that's why you don't know. You've been a clown. But from one non-goofy to a goofy, the $21 head tax ain't gonna work in this city. And these corporations are behind me. It's a no. 100, 200, 1,000, 3,000, it's a no. Look at the State Street. State Street looks sad. It's an embarrassment.
Well. Chicago have another problem here. A budget problem, crime problem, a mayor's problem, city council problem, a Democratic problem. This is where the problem is. Now, you over here defending these illegal aliens like they're your children, and they probably are, because if you are a Haitian mayor, then we need to check your immigrant status for deportation. So my thing is, when you have these Hispanic aldermen to go from Bridgeview, they don't live in Bridgeview, 73% of the residents of Bridgeview are Black. What are these Hispanic aldermen doing there protesting? Well, I don't know. Maybe they are the Hispanic triple K. So my question is, who's the grand wizard of the triple Ks right there? Now, I got something to say. When you all pledge allegiance to that flag, is your alliance to that flag, or is this a lip sync that y'all do? Because whatever's going on here in the city of Chicago, it's too much going on with somebody who is competent as you are, and you over here being investigated over that $3.2 million that you probably pocketed. And then I want to say something to this. I've observed everybody stand up for the flag. I stood up for the flag because I defended that flag right there as a veteran. But I observed two Hispanic personnel behind me who went that way, who did not stand up for the flag. But when you stand up for prayer and then pray for the LGBTQ, they stood up. No problem for that. And I would like to address something to Alderman Martin. When that lady got arrested for ICE, she had a warrant. You guys know the Constitution, but you don't respect the Constitution. So where is the honor? And if I was you, I'll take the Honorable Mayor Brandon Johnson out, because there's no honor in you. As far as these illegal aliens, they only have but two more rights. They have the right to remain silent, or they have the right to remain dead. It don't make me no difference no more. Because if you want violence here in the city, because you the one who say a civil war, and then you run to the United Nations, talking about an investigation for human rights because of Donald Trump. You need to be investigating for human rights here in the city of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. And one more thing, when Trump get rid of these aliens, I'm going to say, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, or ice, ice, baby.
Okay, so as an actual Black person here in Chicago, I'm very upset about the fact that I'm actually watching Black citizens of Chicago be torn as to whether or not if they should continue to support you or not. Because I recognize that it's some type of illness or whatever that makes Black people in this city get in that lane of we're going to support him no matter what, just because he's Black, even though your Blackness is questionable. So I want to do something that's fair to the Black people in this city so that they don't have to be torn about who you are. How about we do this, Mayor Brandon Johnson, to prove how Black you are and to prove how much you stand against white supremacy with all this revolutionary talk that you talk. Because it's easy to talk that kind of talk when you're directing it all the way to Washington, D.C., all the way to Pennsylvania Avenue, all the way to President Donald Trump. I say, stand on business, like the youngins say, and prove you really about that quote unquote fighting white supremacy life. And this is what I want you to do. I'm gonna give you opportunity. I got a case over here on Monday in the Daily Center with a whole bunch of corrupt white judges, a bunch of white corrupt public administrators. Show the city what you really about as a Black man. Come over there and defend me. Stand up for the fact that you know that the city and the county is trying to illegally take my property and other Black people's property. Show them that you about that life. Come over there and be over there at the Daily Center. Don't reach all the way to Capitol Hill when you could get down right here and beat white supremacy right here. Stop this division that's going on with Black people. That you out here trying to act like you about being Black like that, acting like you standing against Trump, against white supremacy, while you are literally watching these white judges and these white public administrators beat up on me. Come on, Mary Richardson Laurie. Come on, Black woman. Ain't the Democratic Party all about Black women and protecting the Black woman? Y'all come over there on Monday, November 17th. Bring your cameras, bring the media. Let everybody see that you really about that life, that you about that revolutionary Black people life, and come defend this Black woman that you know, and Mary Richardson Laurie, you know.
You got a Black woman right there, Black man. You got a Black woman right there, Black man with a Black wife and 3 Black kids and LGBT. You got 2 Black ladies over there, Black man, who just told you got a Black man right here who just told you their properties are being taken. Black people properties are being taken by your guy, Obama. That's displacing senior citizens and Black people, Black man. Where's I want you to stand up with us and do a press conference with us. When you gonna do it, Black man, Brandon Johnson, since you're fighting white supremacy? All these Black people said they reached out to you. That's a Black man right there who want to get his kid, Black man, since you so family oriented. Where can we get a press conference with you and these Black aldermen? Can we get y'all to stand up with us? Because you're not really about that life, Black man. See, it ain't about that. See, you a communist, you foreigners, and you a foreigner. And see, you communists and socialists think that we're going to allow you to come in Chicago, where the true citizens born and raised here, and we're going to let a foreigner from Elgin come in and destroy our city? You thought that, right? It was fun. It was fun and games in the beginning. You thought that was going to happen, black man, but you got black women that's going to make sure that it don't. And the white man that's so racist, we got the white man that's racist, the ones helping us. So all this racial and division talk, black man, do something that's really destroying our community. Stand with us with the crime, black man. With the violence going on in our community, black man, all the abandoned buildings, the money that y'all stole that never made it to our communities, black man, stand with us with that, black man. This is what you can do. Get rid of those illegals that you spent all that money on and put those resources in our community. That's one of the budgets that you can do in that budget. Instead of taxing the rich, black man, but you are the rich. So you think that pension that you think you're going to get when you get out of office, that $1 million pension, millionaire Brandon Johnson, you think you're going to get that? No, you're going to go to jail, my boy. Black man, you're going to jail. President Trump, DOJ, we're calling on you. Black women, the beautiful black women that you talked about, we're calling on you to get this black man up out of office and lock this black man up. You think you just gonna ride in the sunset with that $1 million of pension off the backs of our plight? You think that's what's gonna happen? Black man, you and your black wife and black kids that's gonna run up in the sunset and go live good while we are right here in our community struck. But you sit there with your police details and your kids planning Thanksgiving and the whole city is burning. You are a disgrace, and we coming for that seat.
Yes, ma'am.
We want our money back.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is George Blakemore.
So it looks like the crash out of Mayor Brandon Johnson continues. It's going to be a long 2016. He's going to have a really, really long year coming up. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.